Hello, friends. Welcome back. StoneBlock 3. This is episode 2. In between episodes and trying to prepare, I got another chance cube. Okay. I'm protected now. Well, hi, Pickles. You still have forever to grow. Today we're going to work on getting a press and making it so that these andesite alloys are way easier to craft, which will take a minute. And with that, we have a mechanical press. Now this is useless without also having a depot, which is more andesite. So the crafting recipe is pretty easy. It just goes like that. And then this, we have a depot. So at that point, we might as well just put it there. Perfect place. Oh, there it went. And put one more shaft here. Now cogs should be a lot easier with this here. And we just need one more andesite alloy for now. Ugh. Crafting these casings. These casings can be quite hard to craft, darn it. Okay. What was going on? Right. To make a vertical gearbox, to switch the vertical to a horizontal, right there. And with that vertical gearbox, would say bonk. Oh, I forgot how dreadfully slow this can be. Bonk! And to wait for the other 5. And with these 5 iron sheets, we can make a whisk. With this whisk, we can make a mechanical mixer. If my words will work with me, soon as we make one final andesite alloy, for now, make one more case. I should just keep making these, but I want to make them efficiently. And this is what it requires. One mechanical mixer, which at this point, I'm already taking over this entire section here. Okay. Time to grab one more zinc ingot. Craft a handful more. And this should be enough to make one basin. And this basin can go 4 andesite, 4 zinc. And then out comes the andesite alloy. Much cheaper than before. There we go. 4 andesite alloy. That was pretty cheap. Where are you, slime? That's my bedroom? How dare you? It's a good thing I got this iron armor from that chance cube. I'm not convinced that they're evil. So far they've been extremely useful. Also, I was hoping for one of these mob souls. I'm kind of surprised that it gave it to me so early. Because with this, I'm actually able to get everything that I need at the moment. And now we get soul sand, which can be used later to get infinite soul sand. Let's just see if I do it one at a time if it decides to work. Yep, there we go. Soul sand. We have 2 soul sand now, yay! Those souls will be immensely helpful. Also, I don't know what to do with all these crystal chests. They seem to be immensely expensive. And there we go. 4 of you. Is it with... There we go, 1 propeller. With the propeller, an andesite casing, and a shaft, we get an encased fan. What are you going to give me now? A tape measure? Okay. An advanced pipe upgrade? And a redstone comparator times 6. Those will all be handy in the future. Oh, those are expensive. Ooh. More rewards for completing the mechanical press. Apparently I got an electric motor at some point. Okay. We have XP jelly babies and a sacrificial knife. I don't know what I'm going to sacrifice, but okay. Here's my electrical motor. So if I ever get into power, I can get an official good source of rotation from all this. Nice. I really just want to rip this down and build a new building for it. Sounds a bit intense, but I'm doing it. Thanks to B, I have a battery from power, which gave me field projectors. I don't know what they get to do. I'm also moving all of this complicated stuff into a more nice area. Probably should put a facade on the front with the doorway on this side. It'll look a little bit tight-knit next to the house, but I think it will be just fine. And with that, the old spot is all cleaned up. It's just to find a spot to put this millstone. Because I need input in the top. Yay, I'm into chisels and bits. Oh, my entire inventory is just bits now. The lucky stick of unluckiness? What the? No, I want to be lucky. I mean, kind of. It does its job. I'm not going to question it. So that means I can throw the sand here. And it gets cleaned into copper. So that I can get a steam engine. So that I can get a more efficient power source than 3 horizontal water wheels. Because that is not very efficient. Oh. Lots of resources. Need chest. Far too many resources. Why does sand give so much? I have cleaned up just a little bit. I made this area all prepared for farming because I've gotten so tired of eating these source berries. I wanted to start planting some hemp so that I can get some string going, get some wheat going, just get all the things planted, because if I can get something with better saturation, I don't have to eat as often, and it's gonna be a lot easier on me if I don't have to continually be eating. With all these crops, I think I've gotten the main bulk of everything that I want growing, so I can just throw more hemp down. I got the framework and decided a block, and so started going for it, and kind of got a little bit overboard on the decorations to begin with. It's not completely done, but a simple basic area. This is at least 3 or 4 stacked water wheels with some cog wheels to speed everything up, and my press and depot there. I've got my mixer here, and I got a little bit distracted when I was working, and I got kelp going, full kelp production here, so that I can make all the mechanical belts for all the things I could ever want. I ended up setting up washing so that I can get all of the things that I need from washing during this stage. I set up a cooking area for it to cook and smelt all my items, and I ended up getting this one for haunting, so I can get unlimited soul sand and prismarine. And over here, I finally got the millstone set up to be extremely fast. So if I throw in just a little bit of gravel that I have on me, it's a little bit slow to go through there, but it processes extremely fast, and it comes out extremely fast. This kiln is what I'm getting the hemp set up for. Next up, we have back here, I've got the cobblestone moved over, so whenever I need cobblestone, it'll be here. It goes into this first auto hammer that was pretty cheap, which will go into this drawer that has a drawer downgrade into it, which you can see down here. And there we go. If I select, you can see that this downgrade just downgrades it to 64 items only, so it's not consistently processing thousands of blocks, and the buffers are huge, and so I moved it from the gravel to dirt to sand to dust. So now whenever I need, let's say, iron, I could just grab this gravel, run over here, and just throw some gravel in here. And when the gravel's done processing, I grab the iron and throw it in here, and I can just watch. Reminds me of the spots in stores where they have little kids where they can just see the little factory place. I enjoy it. I've been keeping a fair amount of iron on me consistently. Back in this section, I used drills to automatically set up a tree farm that I cannot get until I get brass for brass hands. But this, when it starts moving around, will be a tree farm for all the different types of wood. So I will just be able to get the first plant going, and it'll store it in here temporarily, move it down into the chest back here. Had it going for a bit, but it's not automatic, so I just leave it off, because otherwise I'm going to chop myself. That loopy has been indefinitely there. For decoration, these are here sugar canes. I don't know what I'm going to do on that back wall. Possibly trapdoors. I do like having it inset. I just did it so that I could have my block choice figured out for decorating, and I like it. These are probably going to get replaced with stairs on the edges, but I'm enjoying it a lot. Back here, I got the floor switched out, which you saw earlier. I got my glassblower's workbench, my carpenter's workbench, and I changed out my doors in the carpenter's workbench to make my bedroom a lot nicer. I used the kelp to make a moss carpet of form. That moss carpet being something that I didn't have moss for, because I don't want to go explore just yet. And so I got my mason's workbench, my botanist's workbench, and so now I can turn these guys, I've turned these guys with books into smart chickens, so then I can claim them. When I go into chickens, I can get chickens that end up producing eggs. They'll lay eggs or drop eggs, and so I can use them as my first chicken once I get a ton of seeds. Harvesting the hemp gives seeds and fibers, and these fibers allow me to make one string, which allows me to make one engineer's hammer. I got one earlier. Allows me to rotate things, which is so nice. If I can put the right things away, it will make me so happy. With this engineer's hammer back in this corner, I can boop this. Does it have to be 3x3? It required 8 bricks. Ugh. Well, we get a free stove, armory cabinet. I'm sanding down these rose quartz that I crafted so that when I get to the point where I get brass, because I don't know how this alloy kiln isn't run yet, I'm going to work on figuring that out. And once I figure that out, I can use that to make brass casings, to mix it with these two to make mechanical crafters. And those will allow me to continue on in chickens. Also in create, I got a mechanical belt. And apparently, I got a quest here. Okay, I have room. I can accept it. The Lexica Britannia. That will be useful for later. Apparently it's neat. Oh, I made it work. Well, time to start moving on. This area back here is very much not decorated, besides this one accent wall. So that'll get decorated eventually. This entranceway will have something better done to it. It was just a placeholder, just like this stone pillar. Made a ceiling out of composters, which I enjoy. I used the spruce stairs in specific to imitate the crown molding, and used trapdoors here because I didn't think that the stairs would look nice there. Moved my tinker's stations over here. Yeah. Well, that's a lot of brass already. And brass age. All the brass casings I could ever want. Now this is a back tunnel that will eventually lead to the nether. It'll most likely be blocked with pillars here and here with trapdoors and doors there to make it look like it's just a wall and to hide the fact that it's kind of ugly. Realizing I made way too many of these. But that is fine. The mechanical crafter quest is done. That should be precisely enough to allow us to start getting either chickens going or a grindstone. These 4 andesite casings, no matter how useful they are, will be going in this chest. It needs a size upgrade. And all this really needs to move. I just don't want to move it until I get cardboard boxes. Cardboard boxes involving getting sawdust, which needs some form of sawmill or pulverizer on wood. Sawmill is the easiest. I just needed to wait for tin, which raw tin can be obtained from throwing gravel into a crushing wheel. And that's pretty much it at this stage. Well, that's an absurd number of water wheels, but it allows me to run this thing, and not just run it, but run it a little bit fast. Well, I have the stuff prepared for 2 chickens, the ink black and the log. I'm gonna go for the log one first. It is a lot of wood. And ink black is next. With these chickens together, we can call it good. 1 log chicken. Next up, an ink black chicken. This is actually reasonably quick. It takes a lot of water power to make it this quick, but it's worth it. And ink black chicken. Oh, so many quests just in moving this quest storage. We got construction ones completed. I completed this one just barely. We got more cake. And blood magic had half of it. Just because of the sacrificial knife. Oh. There we go. Everything should be here and here for now. With this, last andesite alloy is placed, And we can start getting into the industrial age with tin. Because that tin will allow me to get sawmills so that I can start moving the chests. Oh. What does it think I've crushed? Oh, it thinks I got iron. Ender air bottle? And time in a pouch. That's a nice item. And a flux controller. I might actually keep the temporal pouch on me. I'm conflicted now because I like having it on me so that I can speed things up. But at the same point, it needs to go in here so I don't forget that I got one from a quest. And these crushing wheels. There's no space. No space anywhere. So it's time to dig more out. Paragiants! Something's doing something. Oh, they're working in the opposite direction. Fixable. Now everything should be going the right direction. Well, another loot bee has spawned and gifted me not one, but 2 chance cubes. Oh. Hi, creeper. Am I blind? I seem to be blind. Pickles? What happened? Did all the lights go out? Oh, they didn't. They took out all my torches and replaced them with creepers. No, Pickles, are you alright? Pickles lives, but only just barely. I'm sorry, Pickles, we need to take you downstairs. This place is a war zone. Luckily, stairs are creeper-proof. Let's just make sure downstairs didn't have all the lights turned out. So I presume that they might actually, in fact, be slightly evil. Not quite sure about fully evil. But they didn't kill me. They just almost killed Pickles, who was a gift from the chance cubes. So they can give and they can take from what they give. It's fine. If they give me Pickles, they can take Pickles. Pickles is lovely, but the chance cubes want him, they can have him. Okay, and with this, we can actually start getting into chickens. So I'm thinking in the end, we're only going to want one small area dedicated to having them grow up. So probably this area here, and then have an upper section to about a post, possibly one further in than that. I will figure it out when I get there. I moved the chickens and we got a pig in between. So there's that. Why does it say there's another bee? Oh, there's a bee down there. Okay. And with these, I'm going to want to put them everywhere else. And then I can throw 2 of any chicken in there. And then throw a few seeds in there. Just start going. Getting any chicken I possibly want. Leather chicken is cocoa brown. And string, which is red and cactus green. So I can start working on that one. And then these 2, lapis and log. The whole point of getting them together was to get a snowball chicken so that I can get a clay chicken with my sand chicken. Because I was getting quite done with gathering a bunch of clay through the processing of sand, because it is not efficient. There were a few uses for you. Redstone. We can do yellow and quartz for glowstone, because that was another decoration block I wanted that I felt like I was missing. It's just a game of luck. That and the fact that some of these are less than 20% chance. Oh, multiple cocoa browns. It has been done. There are 2 cocoa brown now, which was useful in the leather chicken. So now it's time for ink black and log to make a string chicken. Soon as the log chicken decides to do its thing. Forgot to mention in the start of getting in here, but I started on decorating by using a lot of barrels, so anytime I want I can access the ceiling and have all the storage I would ever need. I started getting the floor with dried kelp, which through the chip mod I can remove that ugly band. I'm gonna replace these floors too with this. Eventually the walls will be replaced out. This was just a temporary thing. This path will probably stay this way. This roof here will probably change to a different block. This alcove here, the walls and the stairs and everything will probably change too. And there we go. One more chicken to the list. The glowstone chicken. I'm taking a small break from the chickens to claim quest rewards. Hearthstone. I actually kind of want to keep the hearthstone because it's kind of useful. So many quests and still more to use. I accidentally cooked my quest book, so I have to do it this way. Oh, so many things. Energy pipes, the ferro flare lantern. Okay. Spyglass, Paxel, flare lantern, bacon, iron Paxel, another quest. So much bacon. All the bacon. It's only claimable through quests. And it's bacon. Therefore, it is precious and it shall stay there. We did it! Snowball! One of the main chickens to get the clay chicken. Besides that, the sand chicken is right here. It's one of the lucky few that didn't get copied when all the chickens decided to be there. There it is. A bee. I don't want to tear apart the balls for it. Supposed to produce an iron chicken? 20% chance. That does not look like... Oh, we did it! Clay chicken. Everything is good in the world. I can now produce clay ball extremely easily. Anything that this chicken can be used in? We shall use him to try to get slime chicken, even though that there is a slime chunk right underneath, well, right in the house, technically. And then hopefully in doing that, I'll get another clay chicken that I can use to get high-level clay chickens so I can get insane amounts of clay really fast. There, we have the slime chicken. Now I'm working on getting large number of clay going. And all the old chickens that you no longer need have multiple uses. You can cook them, you can breed them still, or you can kill them with the raw chicken, which allows me to cook things with chicken and gives me feathers. Tree farm did get complete. Well, in between clips, I have it all set up through this pipe here that extracts with an improved pipe upgrade that I have created. And so when I run this, I can have all of the wood that I could ever want stored. I decided to remove all the saplings and turn it off because I did not want lag and I did not want an immense amount of saplings in front of the chickens. I also started on decorating this a little bit further, and that includes getting this lapis decoration up here. The ceiling will be about this high in the end, having lights in it. Kind of in between projects, and I did get the stairs back here and trapdoors. I think it turned out quite well. Time to go insane. Alright, so I've made it into one of these spawner dungeons. It had nothing really useful, just a zombie spawner and a wildebeest, but none of that was able to take me out, and so I take this, and I can take everything else in here for myself, so that we can have the best spawners when we get back. I'm gonna meet you guys up when I go into this dungeon over here, because the chickens are driving me insane. It's about the point where I go mad. Use a crafting table to make a crafting table, but on a stick. Eep, run. Back up, run. This was not what I thought it was. Hello? That was not the dungeon. You can just go back to being a friendly skeleton. Eep. Oh, come on. All the creepers breaking all of the torches. Light it up. Hurry. Before all the spiders get me. Skeleton spawner. Nice. One of the few that I will want eventually. Almost dead. Lived. Well, I live. The spiders seem to have something to say about me living, though. All the chests seem to be slightly hidden. Silverfish shards. All these things would be useful if I could pick them up. The only other thing is getting down to y-60. I might actually pause on the whole trying to get there. I got a little bit distracted, got this cleared out. There's still things in here, but I seriously cannot be bothered. I will get the skeleton spawner in a bit. I'll meet you guys back at base, and can prepare to go down there later when I get a diamond pickaxe or better. Because deep slate takes forever to mine if you're not using diamond. Because in this stone block, it requires a diamond pickaxe for you to break deep slate. From the other chests, we got one more. Oh, it's just an iron wand in there. I can put this mob spawner in here. This was the loot that was in the first mob room, minus just a little bit of iron, because iron is pretty useless now. I mean, it's still needed in crafting, but it's dirt cheap. And dirt would be even cheaper than what most people would consider dirt cheap, considering I have unlimited dirt whenever I want. But we have chickens, and they are going. I just don't have crops. So there is no proper way of getting the chickens to do what I need them to do. They're doing lovely. I love them. But they're just not able to be supplied properly without enough wheat growing for seeds. So it turns out the pickles must have somehow gotten squished when pickles grew up. So there's no longer pickles, but we have a new chance cube buddy. The glass chicken, who doesn't seem too happy about the chance cube. This guy is lovely. He has no face. So I presume he should hopefully not die. I'm gonna close the episode off with opening one last chance cube. Which is nothing. The perfect anticlimactic way to end an episode. Well, see you guys in the next episode. Bye.